The desire to discover the unknown has driven humans throughout history to explore uncharted seas, dense forests, and barren lands. For many, the thrill of discovery outweighs any risk. However, there are places on Earth so dangerous and isolated that even the boldest adventurers hesitate to approach them, for entering could mean never returning. Join us as we journey through some of the most inaccessible and remote places on the planet, from islands inhabited by hostile tribes to harsh landscapes where survival is nearly impossible. Uluru. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is one of Australia's most iconic natural landmarks, located in the remote Northern Territory. While its stunning desert landscape makes it a dream destination, reaching it is far from easy. Visiting Uluru is more of an endurance challenge than a leisurely trip. The rock is incredibly isolated, with the nearest city, Alice Springs, located over 450 kilometers away, surrounded by vast deserts. To reach Uluru, you'll either need to navigate through the wilderness or take an expensive flight. Once there, you'll find yourself in a harsh desert environment where the summer heat can be unbearable. Without proper preparation, temperatures can soar above 40 degrees Celsius, leading to dehydration or heat stroke. Beyond the physical challenges, Uluru is considered sacred by the Inangu people, the traditional custodians of the land, making it a site of cultural and spiritual significance. While Uluru had long been a popular destination for climbers, the Inangu people have always discouraged this practice due to its deep connection to creation stories and their respect for the land. Despite the objections, climbing the rock continued until it was officially banned in 2019. Additionally, certain areas of Uluru are especially sacred, and visitors are respectfully asked not to photograph or explore these parts. Pra Brana. Pra Brana, located in the Bohemian Switzerland National Park in the Czech Republic, is a breathtaking natural rock arch and the largest of its kind in Europe. While it may appear to be a magical destination, reaching it is no easy feat. The arch lies deep within the forest, far from major cities and roads, requiring visitors to trek several kilometers across rugged terrain and challenging forest paths. For those not accustomed to hiking, the journey can be quite exhausting. Adding to the difficulty, unpredictable weather conditions can transform what seems like a pleasant hike into a demanding and potentially hazardous experience. During winter, the already narrow paths become slippery, making hiking especially treacherous. Additionally, Pra Brana is composed of sandstone, which erodes gradually over time, making the arch vulnerable to collapse. For these reasons, climbing the arch is strictly prohibited, as it poses a significant risk to both visitors and the structure itself. Plutos Gate. Near the ancient city of Hierapolis in Turkey lies an eerie archway leading to a cave known as Plutos Gate, one of the deadliest places on Earth. This ancient site has long been shrouded in mystery, and its dark history has only recently been uncovered. Named after Pluto, the Roman god of the underworld, Plutos Gate was believed to be a sacred entrance where the god could be worshipped. The unsettling part, however, was the belief that it served as a direct portal to the underworld, through which the souls of the dead would pass. In ancient times, it is said that priests would bring bulls to the cave as offerings to Pluto, and the animals would immediately collapse and die upon stepping through the entrance. For centuries, the site was feared and avoided, its significance fading as beliefs evolved. It was eventually buried and forgotten for nearly 2,000 years until archaeologists rediscovered it. Upon excavation, scientists confirmed that the cave's atmosphere was indeed dangerously toxic, not because of any supernatural forces, but due to high concentrations of carbon dioxide leaking from cracks in the ground. Today, Plutos Gate is completely off-limits to the public, accessible only to researchers under strict conditions and protective gear, as the toxic gases continue to rise. It's hard to believe such a place exists, right? Stay tuned, because this journey into the world's most perilous locations is about to take an even darker turn. Heard and McDonald Islands. Of all the remote and hostile islands on Earth, Heard and McDonald Islands are the most isolated, with Heard Island being the most extreme. Located over 4,000 kilometers from the nearest mainland, in the harsh Southern Ocean, reaching these islands feels like embarking on an impossible journey with no chance of return. This isolation is the very reason they remain uninhabited to this day. For the few daring enough to attempt the impossible, prepare for the most grueling and possibly regretful journey of your life. The islands are surrounded by some of the roughest seas on the planet, making the only route by boat, which can take weeks. The journey is further complicated by frequent fog, ice, and unpredictable storms, creating a constant navigation challenge. Upon finally arriving after this perilous sea voyage, the real challenge begins. The coastline is treacherous, with fierce ocean currents making disembarkation difficult. Once ashore, you'll face sub-zero temperatures and relentless winds that amplify the cold. Adding to these dangers is the Big Ben volcano, which poses a constant life-threatening risk. Even more alarming, the islands are so remote that they are far from any major shipping routes or ports, leaving those stranded or injured with no immediate help. Assistance could take weeks to arrive. Despite the harsh conditions for humans, the islands are home to penguins, seals, and seabirds, which have adapted to the unforgiving environment. Surtsey Island. In 1963, a volcanic eruption beneath the ocean off Iceland's south coast gave birth to a new island, Surtsey. Over the next 4 years, eruptions continued, shaping the island into its current form. However, Surtsey remains one of the most isolated places on Earth. When it first emerged, it was a lifeless expanse with no plants or animals. Because the island had not yet been touched by human presence, scientists cite as a unique opportunity to study the origins of life. They could observe the natural process of plants taking root, birds arriving, and ecosystems beginning to form from scratch. As a result, access to Surtsey is strictly prohibited. Even the smallest human influence, such as leaving behind a seed or food, could disrupt this invaluable research. The few scientists permitted to visit each year must adhere to strict guidelines and take every precaution to ensure the island remains unchanged, preserving it for ongoing scientific study. So, which of these places would you like to visit if given the chance? Don't forget to leave your answers and comments in the section below.